What's good, y'all? So, we struck a little bit of gold with the Monday night game, and I'm looking to keep the ball rolling here. We got Wednesday football. It's the Steelers hosting the Baltimore Ravens in Pittsburgh. There's a couple of plays I wrote down that I want to talk about, and then I'm also looking at a few games for Week 13. I think the sooner we jump on some of these plays, the more likely we are to get a better play before Vegas wants to fix them and, make some adjustments like they like to do. So, I'll talk about that in a minute, but Ravens and Steelers. Before you bet on a game like this, you really need to analyze the game script and just think in your head, how are things going to go down? And I think that's going to be hard to do with this game because we're missing some key components. We're missing James Conner. There's no Mark Andrews. There's no Lamar Jackson. I think the Ravens are missing some of their defense too. So is this game just going to be a blowout or what? My idea. If the Ravens want to limit their turnovers, if they want to keep the ball out of Pittsburgh's hands, what they need to do this week is utilize the run game, find the path of least resistance, and just try to keep the ball on the ground. I think it's been 5 weeks in a row now that quarterbacks have not been able to throw 50% against the Steelers defense. I just see this being another week of that. The first play that I like is the Ravens total to be under 15.5 points. Justin Tucker could kick 5 field goals. They could find the end zone twice in this game and still hit under 15.5. I definitely see that being possible in this game. The Steelers' first half to be ahead by 7 points or more. So we're at halftime and the Steelers are ahead by a touchdown. I definitely think that's possible, just given the circumstances with this game. I don't think that's how the scoring went down the last time these two teams played, but given the circumstances, it's unfortunate. But that's just the way I see things going down with this game. It could get messy kind of early. At plus 195, if you want to get crazy and messy with it, the Steelers minus 16. So you could turn $1 into 295 by thinking that the Steelers are going to win by 17 points or more. They've done that in their last two games. They've won by over 17 in their last two. So I just see this being another week where that's possible. And then at plus 350, you could turn $1 into 450 if the Steelers defense scores a touchdown. I've been watching Steelers games, and their defense, they are scoring touchdowns. They're scoring touchdowns against better offenses than what the Ravens are going to bring out tomorrow. So I definitely like at plus 350 a Steelers defensive touchdown. The rest of these plays that I'm going to talk about are going to be kind of outlandish. They're going to be first touchdown plays. So obviously, if you play too many of these, you're not going to make any money. You're going to spend more than you're going to make. But if you see like 3 or 4 plays that you like for the first touchdown of the game and one of them hits, you're going to profit. So one observation that I've been making is over the last 10 games with the Steelers, their first touchdown is going to come from either a pick six or it's going to come from Ben throwing it to a wide receiver in particular. So, the 4 plays that I like are a Chase Claypool to hit the first touchdown, Steelers defense to do it first, Deontay Johnson to do it first, and Juju Smith-Schuster. If one of those 4 guys hit, it'll be a profit right there. If Steelers defense hits the first touchdown, you'll turn $1 into 19. I think that's pretty sweet right there. I think it's possible. Deontay Johnson's had the first touchdown in a couple of games this season already, so turning $1 into 11 off that call right there, I don't think that's too impossible right there. So just a little observation I made. We could certainly see a Pittsburgh wide receiver with the first TD of this game. Trust me, as a James Conner owner, Ben will find any other way in the world to get the ball in the end zone than his friggin' running back. Well, now that Conner's not in this week, maybe they're just going to utilize Snell a lot because that's just the way fantasy football works out. I'm not going to talk about that too much, but yeah, so those are my plays for tomorrow for football, and there's a couple I'm looking at for Week 13. I'm looking at this Jets-Raiders game, and I'm also looking at the Broncos and Chiefs. So with the Jets and the Raiders, at minus 105, the Jets total score to be under 19.5. With Sam Darnold coming back, the Jets already looked bad, but I think they look just a skosh better with Flacco at quarterback. So I'm not sure Darnold's going to be able to do it, and maybe he does have a decent game or whatever, but they can do that and still not put up over 19.5 points. So I like that Jets under right there. They might even knock that point total down to 18.5. So jump on that as soon as you can. At minus 125, the Raiders to score 14 points or more in the first half. The Raiders against the Jets to score a touchdown in each of the first 2 quarters. That doesn't seem too crazy to me right there. So I definitely like the Raiders over 13.5 points in the first half right there. So those are my 2 plays for that game. And I'm also looking at Broncos and Chiefs. The last 3 times that the Broncos have played the Chiefs have won by 20 points or more. And the line is right, and the spread's at 14 points right now. So I definitely had to jump all over the Chiefs at minus 103 for the Chiefs to beat the Broncos by 15 points or more. I definitely like that play. One more that I like at the end of the first half, for the Chiefs to be ahead of the Broncos by 8 points or more, and that's at plus 100. So you can double your money by the Chiefs being ahead at halftime by 8 points or more. I think the Chiefs could do that against better teams than Denver, and you never know what offense a team's going to unleash one day. But let me tell you something. Ever since Kansas City lost against Oakland earlier this year, Kansas City's just really opened it up, and they just butt whoopings week after week. So those are the plays that I like, and I'm gonna mention more. I'm gonna try to make another video, before Sunday kickoff. But the sooner you jump on these, maybe you'll find a better line than you will when you're placing your bets on Saturday. So those are my plays. Anybody watching right now, leave me a comment in my comment section. I would love to hear some of your favorite plays. We're a community. Let's make this money, y'all. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace out.